So, with that context, I'd like to introduce our first speaker. We are very lucky, speaking of the United Nations, to have Massamba Thioye, the project executive in UNFCCC Global Innovation Hub. So, Massamba, thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate having you. Please, a warm welcome for Massamba Thioye.
Thank you. Thank you, and good afternoon to all of you. I'm really pleased to have this opportunity to interact with you, and I would like to thank Blockchain X Climate, GBBC, and Microsoft for the opportunity. The challenge of our time is not just about decarbonizing industries. It's even not just about decarbonizing our economy. This is about satisfying the needs of the many people while keeping human activities within the planetary boundaries. It means that we need to be able to develop solutions that help satisfy the need of nutrition and health, shelter, access to products and services, leisure, and clothing for the many people, nobody being left behind, while keeping the world within the planetary boundary, meaning being aligned with not only the climate goal, but also the goal related to biodiversity, land, and also the use of natural resources. This is daunting. This is very much challenging. This is nothing less than reinventing our society, but also reinventing ourselves. And if we want to reinvent our society, we need to come up with a new systemic innovation framework, which is human-centric and not sector-centric. And it has to be vision-driven and not reactive. And it has to be also collaborative, because it's all about radical collaboration. And to reinvent ourselves, we need to come up with a new metacognitive reframing framework that challenge the way we are thinking, that challenge the way we are acting, and that challenge the way we are interacting, and promote the widespread adoption of three important core values: caring, sharing, and daring. So let's talk first about reinventing our society. The challenge that we are facing is that the world is changing exponentially. Everybody recognizes that. So it means that in such type of situation, if you want to improve incrementally, you will fall back exponentially. So it means that whatever change we have to make need to be exponential. This is why we need to have a systemic approach to innovation. It has to be vision-driven. Most of the time, we have what I will call a product-to-push approach to innovation. We first innovate, and then we look for use cases. That will not work for climate and sustainability. Or we have a reactive approach to innovation. We use innovation most of the time to solve a problem. This is needed, but that is not enough. We need to be able to paint the future that we want and backcast, translate this vision into concrete innovation that we need today so that we can build that future. It's a more proactive approach to innovation. Technology innovation will not be enough. It will be key. But we need to have an integrated approach to innovation where technology innovation will be combined with policy innovation. innovation in terms of financial solution, but also innovative business model, innovative cooperative approach because it's all about collaboration, and finally, innovative product from the culture and creative industry because art should be part of the toolbox for adoption. If you are able to put all these things together, we can face the challenge that are in front of us. We have 4 main types of climate action. Unfortunately, the 3 that are the most transformative are the less known. You will not see them in most of the climate and sustainability program. The first of them are the climate and sustainability solution that can disrupt the current product and services that we are using to satisfy our needs. These are the most transformative type of climate and sustainability action. To illustrate, let's take the case of mobility. When we say mobility, everybody will think about shifting from combustion car to electric vehicle, which is good. I'm not saying that this should not be done. It has to be done. But we should be mindful that this is not the most transformative type of climate and sustainability action. We need to ask first the question, why do we need car at the first place? And then the response will be, we need car for mobility. Then next, can we address the need for mobility with less car? And if we ask this question and we focus innovation on that, we can see popping up solutions that we will not see if we just focus at the sectoral level. So if we focus on the needs of the many people, we can then see that digital technology such as GIS, GPS, remote sensing, can be used for land use planning in cities and site selection to build a 15-minute city where most of the product and services are available at biking or walking distance. And by doing so, we use this digital technology to disrupt the need for motorized transportation. This is much more transformative. So it means that when you go back to the needs of the many people and you try to figure out how innovation can help satisfy them differently, you will come up with the most transformative type of climate and sustainability action. Where we cannot do that, we need to enhance the efficiency of use of the product and services, like car sharing or carpooling. Or we need to enhance the circularity of the economy. And only when all these things have been done, we can focus on the negative externality, which is the GHG emission that we will try to reduce. But most of the time, people focus only on GHG emission reduction. This is important, but it's not enough. We need to consider the other 3 most important type of climate and sustainability action. Now, these 3 most transformative type of climate and sustainability action are enabled by digital technology. They cannot happen in the absence of digital technology. This is why we strongly believe that the green transition will necessarily be a twin digital and green transition, or it will not happen. Digital technology are central to the green transition. So it opens a huge market opportunity for the ICT companies. But if they want to mobilize this opportunity, they need to go beyond acting on their vertical. And because this is still at the sectoral level, and try to go back to the people and their need. And this is why we are strongly promoting cities, because cities are space where people live. Now, to reinvent ourselves, I talk about 3 core values: caring, sharing, and daring. Caring is important because we need to care about the planet and its inhabitants to be able to develop the relevant climate and sustainability solution. Sharing data, sharing experience, sharing knowledge. And this is why we are strongly promoting open source and open access. We consider that knowledge should not be hidden behind paywall. It has to be made available to the many people so that we give them opportunity to also contribute. Daring. The challenge for climate and sustainability solution is mainly linked to the way we are setting goal and target. Most of the time, we are setting goal and target based on our understanding of what is possible, not based on what is needed. And I understand where it is coming from. If you are a CEO of a company and you set a goal in front of your board of directors, they will ask you, how will you go about your goal? And you cannot simply say, I do not know. In that case, they will say, you are not credible. But this is wrong, because this way of thinking is what locks us in a vicious circle. Because if you ask the solution provider, why are you not developing the transformative solution that they need to be ambitious, they will respond, because there is no demand. And we are locked in a vicious circle. So we need to have a moonshot way of thinking where goal and target are set not on the basis of what seems possible to us, but on the basis of what is needed. So it requires audacity to dream big. It requires also tenacity to be able to persevere in front of challenge, but also resilience to be able to bounce back even stronger in the face of failure. I would like to invite you to consider thinking big and daring to be brave and daring to contribute to developing climate and sustainability solutions that are enough transformative to serve the many people and the planet. If we have this mindset, and if you are able to build this systemic innovation framework, then we can develop society that are productive and not just extractive, societies that are regenerative and not destructive, and societies that are supporting the many people and not putting them in a situation where they will not be willing to contribute. And in such situation, we can help build a society that is able to provide flourishing life to the many people, work that they can be passionate about and that they will implement with interest, with enthusiasm. And all these things in return will contribute to building the vision of peace, security, and human dignity that was mentioned, and that are the vision of the United Nations. Thank you for your attention.
Where did our MC go? Thank you, Massamba. We really appreciate your sage words, and I think all of us here, I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
MS here.